It is not Friday nights, but there are some doings aspiring, and it is an early explain yourself because I got curious. I got curiouser. I wanted to cross over into these divisions. I wanted to know what my buddies were up to. So we're going to do a quick Thursday nighter and get into two awesome campaigns from good friends of ours. One happens to be here every week. Will Allred, I heard you're doing something on a Kickstarter.
I certainly am. I'll give you the. How about I do a 30-second pitch? Does that
Let's
sound
do
okay?
that. Why don't you do a 30-second pitch? Let's try it.
All right. Here we go. So, you shout at the person as they go by, right?
Hi.
So when stories come to life and threaten to fracture reality beyond repair, only an English professor and a research librarian have the knowledge.
You lost me.
I know.
He's already at the next booth.
Let's try this again. Okay. When stories come to life and threaten to fracture reality beyond repair, only an English professor and a research librarian have the knowledge and smarts to save us all.
Nice.
There we go.
Which we are all mad at you for saying librarian wrong, and we are all mad here. Which brings us to Curiouser. Who wants to do the pitch, Brant or Lisa?
Yeah, she's going to make me do it, of course.
All right, that's always fair. Always fair.
No, it's fine. All right, so Alice's son Alec is pulled back into Wonderland in the midst of a brewing civil war, and the residents of Wonderland have to bind together to thwart this hostile takeover and find out who's behind this, I don't know, this coup.
Who is crossing over into the Alice in Wonderland time. Now, one thing that I will say, thank you guys very much for coming on. We were supposed to talk about this last week, and I had to cancel for various reasons. And you were nice enough to meet us on a Thursday night. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I guess let's, how is everybody feeling? I mean, both campaigns are kicking ass and taking names. So how are you feeling right here in that? What are you, Curiouser is what, 2 weeks in?
We got 5 days to go, actually. So we're
so you're on the tail end. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So are you feeling exhausted or exhilarated?
I think we're in a good place. We're not too exhausted, but we're really happy with the way it's gone. So no complaints there at all.
All right, that's fair. Will, how are you on the top end of yours?
I am giddy. We funded earlier this afternoon, and it's just I have never ever funded this fast before. I mean, it's under
awesome.
It's under 60 hours, and I'm like okay, what do I do now? No, no. Tyler James trained me better than that. I know what to do now.
Right.
We'll keep going. But
I think what you do is you say hi to Shawnee. Shawnee, how are you? And you take her congrats. And then, well, since you've funded with plenty of time and we only have 5 days left, let's look into Curiouser first. And a reminder, if you backed Tart at the $15 or above, and you haven't got on Curiouser, you need to, because we've got a free Ludovic Saleh print that are going out to anybody who backs Curiouser at a physical level and me at the 15 or above. Now it's too late to back Tart, so I hope you were on it.
Right.
But they can still give you money, Kevin. You should have.
That's true.
You can always give Kevin money. He's not shy about receiving any financial stuff. But you guys, if you could share your screen, let's get into the page, because I want anybody who's watching live to see some of the character design work on Curiouser is so darn strong. I wanted to, before we get into it, how did you come up with these? Was the artist on it? Did you have these ideas in your head?
Yeah, you can answer that. That was
we had some loose guidelines for most of them. Hatter, we were a little more particular about, but most everything he just knocked it out of the park first time.
Hatter. It was mainly don't make it look like Disney. and we're good.
Right. That's probably an extremely smart thing to do. They are not shy about the lawsuits. So,
Right.
that looks familiar. That is the
Yeah.
free print that Ludo created. I noticed that
Exactly.
you allowed Tart to be on top. I think that's nice of you, but if I were you, I'd flip that shit.
It's that's the way it came to me, so I didn't even think about switching. Honestly,
That's funny
no.
because you talked about it in the update.
I did talk about it in the
either
update.
way.
Yeah. But I did put it that way. But yeah, that's the print. So I wanted to start with that. But we'll go up here to the top of the page. And there's our main cover by our series artist, Marco DeFillo, which I forget how we found him, but
I sort of lurk in
yeah.
Facebook groups.
Yes. Lisa stalks artists all the time.
Yeah, and I followed him for a while. And
He looks like
reached
someone
out.
worth stalking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Beautiful art. But yeah,
I've
Yeah,
said
go
it
ahead.
many times, and I will say it again because I have the two of you on. You two, meaning Will and Last Ember Press, Charlie Stickney, that guy, and Rob Multari. You always have the best covers on Kickstarter.
Thank
You
you.
four campaigns are always the most gorgeous covers.
Yeah, thank you. That's we always love to work with very talented artists, and we've been fortunate enough to find some that would work with us. So, but there's one of these character sketches that you were talking about. Marco's design of Mad Hatter, which just again, like Lisa said, knocked it out of the park. Just gorgeous designs here. There's Alec. That's Alice's son. I think that's the only ones we have on the page. Oh no, there's the Knave.
The Knave, yeah.
Yeah, I really love this design too. It was just I think the only notes we gave him were like we want hearts on there to make sure it's the Knave.
And I threw up a few I lost the word. Like armor, but not like
Some
crazy
references
armor
and stuff. Yeah,
As if even in the fantasy world, it's grounded in some type of reality.
right. Yeah. It's it starts off in is it 1930s New York, 1920s New York, somewhere around there,
30s,
and then it transitions into to Wonderland. But we are into our stretch goal territory and trying to work towards that. But here's some of the pages that, I mean, when these came in, we were just like, we're always blown away when pages come in. It's just, it never gets old. You guys know this. And as soon as we saw these come in, and then Karen Quigley, who's our colorist, took over and laid the colors down and just brought these pages to life. And it just looks so good. The expressions on all the faces are just, I mean, just like that. It's just, oh my goodness.
I love some of the angles that he gets. It's it's just a little different.
Yeah.
That first page almost has a painterly quality to it. I mean, it really looks really cool.
Yeah, and we weren't sure like what style Kieran was going to go with. We showed him like what Marco had done on his cover, and we're like, just do your thing, and we'll see what happens. And he does a bunch of different styles, so we weren't sure what we were going to get. But when we got this, we were both like, okay, this is good. We're happy with this. So yeah, we're very fortunate, and this is like one of my favorite pages where the floor is just coming apart and they're falling through to Wonderland and stuff like that. And then of course we have this big double page spread, which you can't see that well on here, but it's this I don't know, this is what we wanted when we were like, okay, just do your version of Wonderland, but get all those key parts into it. The Tea Party has to stand out and all that stuff. So
all right, we've got a present for you, Brant and Lisa.
Okay.
Shawnee says, okay, you convinced me, switch to a physical tier, and now I'm officially a triple threat.
Nice.
You know what, I don't know what 99 is, 19-ontable, but that you are an everything threat, Shawnee, and we appreciate everything. But now you get the print.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, since we're talking about prints and we got Will on here, actually, I'll come back to the covers. There's so much pretty art to show. Yeah, but I'll jump down to this. We just announced this today.
Oh, nice.
This is the print that we are crossing over with Will in his campaign. So that's Hank and Hector from Crossover Division in the teacup with Mad Hatter. And the interesting thing about this design is Lisa came up with this design of the hot tub thing with the three of them, but Marco took it upon himself to do the shrunk versions of them. We didn't realize it at first, but they're like shrunk down. They ate the whatever, and they shrunk down, and they're actually in an actual teacup. So I thought that was pretty clever of him.
It's super adorable.
Yeah.
Which one has the thing for redheads, Will?
That would be Hector down there. Who
Hector might have. Hart might have some competition for Hector with the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, and he's showing off those muscles too. He's got that teacup balancing.
No, that is adorable.
We'll talk about that in a second. That was something that was a lot of fun that Alice did, which was I thought that's perfect. So
yeah, very cool. All right, so yeah, you can back Crossover Division and Curiouser, and you'll get that print as well.
That's awesome.
But we'll if you don't mind, we'll jump back up to these covers. That's Marco's again.
I will allow it.
Okay, this is by Kyle Roberts, who you guys know very well, and Gab Contreras did the coloring, I believe, and Tiago. No, that's the other. That was I'm getting my covers confused. Yeah, so that's Kyle's. This is
Robin Richardson.
Robin Richardson did this cover, which we have as our project image, and this is one of our favorite images of the whole thing as well.
All that detail in the background is just crazy.
Yeah, exactly. This is go ahead.
An embarrassment of riches, man.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Nito Diaz did the line art on this. Tiago Gomez did the inks, and Maury Hollowell did the coloring on this one.
That has a McFarlane-esque moon back there, right? The moon that's bigger than the Earth, that's still in the sky.
Right. I
love it.
And then finally, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name, but it's Ksenia Zelentsova. I'm probably butchering that, but that's This is
what it looks like to us. We're probably wrong.
Yeah, this is painted. We actually have the original art for this one available on the campaign, or did somebody get it?
Yeah, someone did.
Somebody got it. So that's gone. Very talented artist, has done stuff for Star Wars Celebration, Disney, etc. So, like you said, embarrassment of riches, wealth of riches, all that good stuff.
Very grateful.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But you've built the reputation too of having those covers. So like it's not surprising to me that artists say yes, because they know what it's going to look like on the book. You're going to give them their props, and you're going to make it central, and they're going to get stuff. So it makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
absolutely. When we were pitching to artists for this one, we of course showed them Bloom Pretty. It was like, hey, we did this. So that gave them confidence. So okay, we're in good hands. But
speaking of Bloom Pretty, I know Lisa's kind of the writer on Bloom Pretty. Is she? Mm-hmm. Are you pretty much the lead or the writer credit on this, or is it really more of a team with you and Brant?
It's really a team on this one. The original idea we talked about together, and then we just decided to go on and do the whole thing. Yeah,
this is actually the first project we've co-written. So like we've been each other's editor on different books and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But this is it's been a cool process too, because I've only co-written with one other person for Celestial Falcon, and Lisa never had before. So it's interesting how we'll each handle scenes, and then we'll go back over each other's scenes, and then when we see the page, we'll dwindle it down, and then it's a cool, fun process.
So do you just take a sequence of pages, and Lisa, you'll work on some, then Brant will work on some, or you get together and plot together, and then go and do your thing? How does that work?
You want to take that?
With this one, we outlined the whole.
The entire 9-part thing,
and then we sat down and broke it into issues, and then we actually sat down and what's that called when you like
the
beat sheets, yeah.
And then we started to write together, just completely write each page, and then sometimes he would be busy, and I would just go write a few, and I would be busy, and he would go write a few, and then we would meet back together and go over those. Yeah. That's just how it worked out.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah.
But having that foundation already in place.
It definitely helps.
Yeah, the outline before is definitely, I think, important. At least a guideline.
Yeah, absolutely. And neither one of us are typically writers like that. Like we come up with a concept and we just kind of go with it and see where it goes. I think on a couple of projects I would do the beat sheets and stuff, but there's some projects where I just kind of wing it. Yeah. And then you're like, you get to a point where, okay, where do I go now? So it's so much better having a plan in place.
I find when I try to do a beat sheet, it becomes like a 42-page issue. Whereas if I like have 24 pages, I figure out, I better tell it in the 24. But beat sheets, it's like, well, I guess that's, like if I do a beat sheet, that's when I do my Charlie Stickney sized issues.
Right. Well, I mean, you saw how
long
that's
Bloom
Pretty
why
was.
Bloom Pretty was that long. And the next issue, I'm doing more like this.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be 24, 26 maybe.
You know what? Don't fix what ain't broken. Do whatever you want on Bloom Pretty.
That's true.
You just keep delivering that book however you want to.
Yeah.
But you said 9 parts. Is this going to be a 9-issue series?
Yeah, we're doing the 3-act structure. So each act is 3 issues. So we'll do these 3, collect that, then do the next 3, and so on and so forth, and eventually have that one big volume.
Cool.
Well, you're not coloring this, right, Lisa? And Brant, you're not lettering it, right?
I am lettering it. I wasn't supposed to, but we were down to the wire with our launch date, and I ended up having to letter it like the night before we launched, so I just kind of took it. So, but yeah, we're working with a colorist named Kieran Quigley.
Yes,
and he mostly does stuff for Boom Studios, I believe.
I saw his work on, the story, Jim Henson.
Oh yeah, Jim Henson, the Jim Henson comics.
Yeah. And he did an amazing job on the one I saw, and I was like, oh well, maybe we could ask, and he happened to be available.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, don't be intimidated about who you ask, because the worst they can say is no.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ask,
exactly.
And if you get the yes, you've leveled up. That's the way it was with Carl Moline. I thought he was going to tell me to take a hike.
Right.
Well, he did make the mistake of saying he had like a 4-month window in his schedule before I asked, but that helps. Knowing an artist has no work for 4 months.
Right.
But I mean, he could have still told me, no one's ever heard of you. I'm not going to work on the book.
Exactly.
But, he did it, and you had your colorist in that same way. So that's my advice is, ask the pretty girl to dance, because the worst you can say is no.
Yeah.
And you're just not dancing anyway.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's how you got the whole team for Bloom Pretty as well.
Yeah.
They were all, doing doing stuff for bigger publishers and stuff. And
it was hard sending those emails out, but
it's super intimidating. It's intimidating, right? To hit send
absolutely.
on those,
mm-hmm.
right? No, I get it.
Yeah.
Hi, you've never heard of me.
Exactly.
I'm a grueling fanboy of your art. Will you please work with me?
Right. But now we have Bloom Pretty, so we can just show everybody, hey, we got Bloom Pretty. No, we're just still amazed how well that project did. But that's another topic for another day.
If I were you, I'd talk about that project every time.
Right? I've already dropped it like 3 or 4 times during this show.
I actually can't say what this is. This is actually someone else's story to tell, but someone else told me about 4 years into my friendship with them that they were related to somebody who at one point had very high power in a country. Wow. And I was like, I've known you for like 5 years. I would not meet people before I told somebody that. I'd walk over my hand. Hi, I'm Kevin Joseph. My grandfather was. If I were you, I'd be like, hi, I'm Kevin Joseph. I had something to do with Bloom Pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. Modesty and humbleness, I don't know what it is.
I've told people that I had something to do with Bloom Pretty already, and I didn't. So,
well, no, there was the explain yourself bump. I mean, that's why
that is true.
So well.
There you go.
That
there you
is
go.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. You are part of our success, Kevin.
But back to Curious.
So I wanted to mention this puzzle, the Wonderland puzzle we have up here, because we also have another brand that we did a Kickstarter for previously for Wonderland and Neverland puzzles, and we decided since we're doing a Wonderland book, we might as well toss the puzzle in here too.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so if you missed that campaign from Torchlight Games, we do actually have the Wonderland puzzle both in tiers and as an add-on available on this campaign.
And I was surprised we've actually gotten several that just got the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
and some that have gotten multiple copies of the puzzle, so we're very happy with that.
Yeah.
I will say that my wife cursed a few times in doing that puzzle. Good job.
We wanted it to be challenging. Oh shoot! And then the last thing I really want to show on as far as this goes is we do have the Curiouser collector's box and the crate. So we've got our LEP crate where you can try out all our books, and then we got the Curiouser one that you get all the covers for Curiouser for those collectors out there. So we always try to do some kind of special box like that.
No, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. No, I couldn't be happier. That's great that it's going so well. So you are at how many backers, and what's your funding?
We are currently at 11,342 with 356 backers. It says 4 days to go. It ends Tuesday night at around 11 p.m., I think, Eastern.
Oh, she started both puzzles.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So I was going to say now the infamous Explain Yourself bump. You remember, we get credit for 357 and above. You know that. Right?
There you go.
I just wanted to mark that down for posterity.
For posterity, right? On the permanent record.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it's really a great campaign. I'm really excited to read this. I love people playing in these sandboxes that you kind of know what the toys are, but coming up with your own special way. And I love the character designs, and it's Last Ember Press, so I just know it's going to be a comic book.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're excited about it too. We both love Wonderland, Lisa especially.
Yeah. So he's letting me do it, basically.
No, I'm having fun with it too. We got some twists and turns that it's going to be a fun ride. So hopefully everybody enjoys it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's. I'm going to pull that off. Thank you. Let's cross over to what will launch this week. Super pumped to see how you are doing, buddy. You're killing it. So where are we at here?
We are. Let's see. There we go. I will share that.
I see it. All right.
All right. Is that?
It's on.
It's on there. Okay. I will slide it over here. Well, I've got this Brant guy that does things for me. So, so with this issue, let's talk about the covers first. Because
let's do it. As I was saying, there are 4 people and 2 of them are on this show. Look at these covers.
Yeah. So Brant
gorgeous.
does this awesome animated gift for us, but I'll go down and we'll talk about them individually down here. So first up is the standard cover that Alice Leclerc did. Alice is our interior artist for last issue and for this issue, and this actually is part of her cover for number 3 and her cover for number 4 Connect, which I think is just freaking awesome. And I would love to take credit for this idea. But she came up with it on her own, and then our first variant cover is by the regular series artist Pablo Martinena, and he also made his covers join.
Oh, that's so cool.
3 and 4 for Alice join, and 3 and 4 for Pablo join, which is really cool. I think I've got them further down here. I'll show those in a second. But Pablo's cover is just beautiful. I mean, with the architecture and the detail, and Alice's, the design on it is just amazing. So awesome covers. And then we have our favorite lover of sword ladies, Fellhound.
Yeah.
Did a pretty awesome cover for us. And, it's got Hank and Hector, and Fell's just a joy to work with. I mean, Alice is awesome, and Pablo. Fell is just this, she's just so wonderful, and
she's passionate without being strident. Like she
Yep.
just like wants to just do art. It's fun to work with her.
it is so much fun. And so that's our variant cover. I guess this is cover C. And then I fell in love with, this is our project image. Emily Pearson is just an amazing artist. And I love what she did here. There's so many little, there's the sun, which is, Juliet. Oh, whoops. That may be a spoiler for what's going on in the book.
Yeah.
But,
quick little side note for you, Will. This cover convinced us to reach out to Emily to do a cover for us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome. She is.
No, it's so clean. It's just so clean and elegant.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And you're about to go to kind of the exact opposite and also just as beautiful.
Exactly.
With Moggs is so
Yeah.
There's so much to look at that I cannot wait to get it in my hands just to really see everything that she did.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just so intricate and so beautiful. And on this one, I haven't got a response yet, but I have reached out to Rich about potentially making this a metal cover.
Oh, that would be
because
beautiful
I
as metal.
think it's just gonna pop so much because of of what she did and the way she built, the cover. So we'll see about that. That may be a stretch goal or something coming down the pipe in a little bit, right?
Nice.
You could also do some cool things with some spot UV on that one.
Yeah. So, and here are the covers that connect. There's Alice's, and then there are Pablo's. So,
now that I see it, I recognize it.
Yeah, really nice.
I'm just like, again, Mog. You're right, Shawnee. Mog is super. Oh, and I'm gonna start showing some of our. We've got some previews here, but I want to jump down to to this and then the rewards, because I owe Shawnee a debt of gratitude on the rewards, and I'll come back to that in a second. But this is some preview pages of issue number 4, and I love that in the print Hector is flexing, and I'd like to take credit for this too, but I didn't. Alice drew him having drawn himself with muscles.
Oh, that is awesome.
And I saw that and I went, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
These pages are colored, and Ryan Kroboth is our colorist, and Ryan's awesome. I got this page and I went, yep. I said, and I emailed him back and I said, dude, I love that you had Hector use all of the different colors of the markers on this whiteboard, because you got all of them right there. So,
isn't it great to have an artist take ownership and just build your mythology with you, as opposed to just kind of if he told me to do it, I'll do it. Whereas they're taking ownership and making it better, and then making you look better. That's so great.
And this was something that I was really worried about in the script, actually. I was like, is this going to fall flat? But I think it works just so well, because we see him here, like he's working really hard, like what's he doing? What's he doing? Well, he's drawing stick figures of the last issue. There you go. There's our recap.
That's like my favorite sequence of this issue. It's just so funny. So good.
Then we've got some more, art from Alice.
Are you lettering this one, Brant, or?
I am, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Sweet.
Yep. And so, we've got the whole team's coming back from last issue. So we've got, if you want to know what kind of work we do, take a look at Crossover Division number 3, because we're all back for number 4.
Nice.
And then
can people catch up on the entire series if they're new to it?
Absolutely. Yep. I've got an.
I know the answer to Curiouser.
Yeah. Yes. I've got an early bird, I think, that expires tonight at midnight for the print copy, and then for the print catch-up, which is all the standard covers there. I think that jumps up a few dollars, like to $49 or something, if you wait before the early bird. But one of the things that of course we have, you can pick you can pick individual covers. You can pick, there's the regular print catch up at standard is 50. You can pick 3 of the covers. You can get all 5. 5 of
I
the
actually
covers.
I couldn't. I was so mad at you. I wanted to, but there was no way that I could leave out 2 of these.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we had been having discussions about, what add-ons and everything and whether to do them and where to do them, in kind of our back channel stuff. And I got a message from Shawnee. Again, thank you, Shawnee. I owe you. She said, "Hey, I'd like to get another cover, but I don't see any of the variant covers as add-ons." And I went, that was all part of my master plan to announce that later. Yes, that's what it was. No, I completely forgot. So thanks to her, we now have these, all the variant covers are there as add-ons. So anybody can add them on no matter, what you get, basically.
Will totally did not frantically message us one night
and
say, we need to add all these add-ons.
Well, we're gonna kind of go to this comment from Shawnee. She said she enjoys the connecting covers, but wasn't able to finagle the budget to get these for this or the last campaign. Would it be possible to get them sometime down the road?
Absolutely. I've got several of the. I've got lots of standard covers available, and then like Pablo's for 3 and 4. I have several of those left. So yeah, definitely they'll be available in the future. And ultimately, I don't want to look too far ahead, but this campaign is, kind of the precursor for getting us to where we can actually do a collected edition of Crossover Division, which is going to be hopefully later this year, depending on how, scheduling and paper and, the various dumpster fires of, planet Earth are at the moment. But I hope to be able to get to a collected edition of something. Now it's not probably not going to be as awesome as a Tart hardcover, which you should go give Kevin money for right now. But I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Too late. If you haven't done it, it's too late.
You've got a pre-order store, right, man?
I will. I will. But I just want to tell people it's too late. You got to build that FOMO even when your campaign's over.
That's right. We have, I think, 4 left of the black and white commissions for Alice. So we've already had one of those go. Nice. We still have the color commissions, and Alice does just some beautiful work. And then we still have available, you can be a Crossover Division agent inside the issue, and you can also be the person that causes the crossover if you want. And then this one here is,
there's a lot going on there, Will.
Insane. This is insane.
I gotta put on my I gave up glasses to see this. What is this?
This is every variant. All right. There's 3 covers for number 1. So you get the regular 3 covers plus the Virgin variant covers of those. And then you do the same thing for 5 covers for number 2. Same thing for 5 covers for number 3. So that's 10. And then the same for number 4, which is going to be 10 more covers. So, I mean, that's like 36 covers, 36 comics. Yeah, it's a lot. And, I'm sure Brant cursed me as he built out this image. He's like, oh, man, what is he doing? And here's that add-on that was hastily added. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all Lisa, by the way. She designed that.
Thanks, nice. Lisa.
No problem.
And we've got that's kind of it. This has been my fastest funded campaign that I've done, and I'm just ecstatic. I mean, I can't ask for more.
Yes, you can.
Okay, and I'm going to. So I'm
do.
You can appreciate what you have and ask for more.
That's right. Yeah. I do want to go ahead and mention the whole team. We've got Alice DeClerc as the artist. Ryan, I've mentioned, is our colorist. I don't know who this guy is. He keeps showing up on all my campaigns.
Some
Brant
slacker
Fowler.
jerk out there. I don't know.
Brant is awesome, and I'm so glad that he's on the team because he does so much for us. So thanks, Brant. I really do appreciate it. And then
My pleasure.
we have editor James Powell, who is he makes the issue better, and I really think he makes me better as well. So he's great to have around.
Does he like make you do push-ups? What?
writing push-ups. And the other thing, one last thing I'd like to mention about this, and this is the first time that this has happened for me. So,
oh wow, okay.
I was emailing with Oriana after the fact, and I said, yeah, I did a happy dance, and luckily there were no humans around to see it, because it would have been really, kind of
Happy
probably
dance like no one's watching.
Emotionally scarring if you'd have seen it, I'm sure. But Tuesday was just this really awesome day because we were like 50% funded into the second day, and project we love. It was just awesome. So we have 29 days left, and we're gonna ride this thing out and see how many readers we can get, because I want to keep growing this, and my secret, and it's not going to be secret anymore, but I was really hoping to hit 300 backers at least, and I think we've got a really good shot at it with the strong launch that we had.
Well, you're going to have the Explain Yourself bump. You remember that.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't care that you're part of the show. I'm still taking credit for 156 and up.
156 and up. You got it, man.
But no, it's been great to see this happen for you, because we've all been watching you together since Crossover Division 2. Mm-hmm. That we've all been kind of working and talking and planning and strategizing and crying,
yeah.
about the different things. but to see you just build it, issue by issue, and Last Ember Press, you go from pneumatic cases, you go to, of course, Last Ember and Bloom Pretty, just goes crazy. Then you follow up with Curiouser. It's really great to see people keep at it, deliver their Kickstarter rewards
in good packaging. Good packaging.
Yeah.
And then reap the benefits. It's really nice to see for great people and great projects. It's really, I'm really excited and happy to see it.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to stop sharing.
Now, we did forget, I think, to put up the banners. So for need to find Curiouser. Where'd you go? We had it. There it is.
Yeah, and while you're looking for that, there are so many awesome campaigns on Kickstarter right now. I was looking through my currently active, and it's got like 20, and I could think was, Stacey's gonna kill me.
You talk about an embarrassment of riches. Kickstarter over the last 2 months and going another month forward, because we'll talk about that guy.
Yeah,
Charlie Stickney, we know, has Galarian #2 coming out in the next month or so, which is going to just explode like wildfire. And
of course,
Pat Shan just came out with Cheeky, which we'll have him on the show. I think not tomorrow, but next Friday. So there's just some amazing talent out there coming back, and it's nice to see, and it's a good thing to see people who deliver their rewards reaping the rewards.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, so we got Last Ember Press. So somebody's got a Crossover Division up. You guys want to do one last 30-second pitch? But I'm going to say this, Lisa, you've warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm going to make
Oh,
you do
gosh.
it.
You got this.
Go for it. You got it.
Join us down the rabbit hole with Alec, Alice's son, as he is thrust into an adventure he was not looking for very
Nice.
much.
I love join us down the rabbit hole. That's the winner right there.
Got it.
Awesome. Will, go get your wife, make her do the 30-second.
Yeah, I don't think.
No,
that's
get your
happening.
dog. Get your dog. Make your dog do it.
I got a picture of him.
Yeah.
He's asleep right now, though, so you know how it is.
Hmm.
All right. When stories come to life and threaten to fracture reality beyond repair, only an English professor and a research librarian can have the knowledge and the smarts to save us all from an unhappy ending.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for joining us on a Thursday night, a little bit earlier. Will, I will see you tomorrow night with a whole new cast of creators. And we're going to do this again, probably a little bit longer, probably a little bit goofier, but absolute pleasure. If you're listening to this on the podcast, hopefully you're listening soon so that you can get on Curiouser. And if you are, I don't know why you need to do this, but every podcaster that I listen to says do this. Please rate and review it. And if you don't like it, lie. I don't care if you lie. I really don't. 5 stars. These guys are assholes. That is fine. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. There are 2 comments before we leave. Oh, Shawnee says, Brant and Lisa, lovely to meet you. That's awesome.
You as well, Shawnee. Thank you.
And she said, do I get brownie points for also collecting pneumatic cases and the Last Ember?
Absolutely.
Would they be like little fire points, not brownie points? Because
We'll figure out something. Yeah.
I don't want any points from the pneumatic cases. That I don't want. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. And Shawnee and everybody else that peeked in, we appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, everyone.